Hello everybody, this is Nate P and I'm back with another video. This week we have just a straight review of an MRE, no cooking, no extra components. But I'm excited for this because what we're looking at this week is menu number 23, chicken pesto pasta. This is packed by the Paco company in South Carolina, and I'm excited about this because most of the MREs I've had so far have been pretty standard fare, kind of along the lines of cafeteria food, but this is something that's a little bit nicer, hopefully, and a little bit fancier. So why don't we get started? So near as I can tell, there isn't a date code anywhere on this. However, after doing a little bit of research into this, it looks like from at least the MRE info website that this is probably from about 2014, so we're looking at about 3.5, 4 years old, just about the end of the supposed lifetime of one of these. But let's get her open. There we go. We have our chicken pesto pasta. I don't believe my camera is going to focus, but we have a date code on this of 5117, so the 117th day of 2015, I think. Some lovely smoked almonds. A beverage base, orange. Of course, have our flameless ration heater. Accessory packet, which we'll take a look at in a minute. We have, patriotic cookies. Never had those before. We have an apple turnover. MRE spoon. Italian breadsticks. And more cheese spread. And of course our sleeve to heat everything up in. And a hot beverage bag. So before we get going on that main, let's have a look at our accessory packet. Here we have, looks like accessory packet A, packaged on the 150th day of 2015. Toilet paper, sugar, matches with little pink tips, moist towelette, non-dairy creamer, chiclets, more of that genial coffee. Still don't know where this might be from, why it's in this, and what specific companies might package this. If any of you know, let me know. Okay, so first, let's start out with some beverages. First, we're going to start with our coffee. And again, I'm going to do as I did last time, going with just some creamer and the coffee. I'm not a big fan of sweet coffee. The packaging doesn't have any kind of instructions about how much water to add. It literally just says pour in coffee, add hot water. So I'm going to go about half a cup on this one. Drinking this a little bit later at night, and I don't want to, I realize the caffeine content is going to be the same, but I don't want to overdo it. Next we have our carbohydrate electrolyte beverage, orange, natural and artificial flavors. That smells really, really orangey, like Tang, basically, if you've ever had it. And it is super orange. And we're going to add our 12 ounces of water. Now, I want to try something. I have heard tell that if you add a little bit of water, stir this up, and then add a little bit more, it'll be less grainy. So, let's see. Temperature. Next, let's take a look at our patriotic cookies. I'm pretty interested in this. From a lot of the reviews I was seeing, yeah, they're in pretty good shape too, actually. From a lot of the reviews I was seeing, these kind of just look like what we call animal crackers here in the States. That's, you know, probably what they are. We got a little tiny American flag. We got another American flag. We got an Uncle Sam hat. We got busted up USA. I gotta try one of these though. Basic animal crackers, kind of a vanilla shortbread flavor going on. That's nice. It's pretty good. Next, some smoked almonds. I don't actually have a bowl or anything for this, so I'm going to set these aside for a minute. We have our Italian breadsticks, so we want to get a plate for this. That's what they look like in the package. It basically sort of looks like wheat snack bread, but does have kind of a nice kind of Italian, like oregano, garlic kind of a situation going on. Okay, then we have our apple turnover and our in our main entree. I'm actually going to heat both of these in the FRH to obviously heat up the main and heat up our dessert. I think what I'm going to try to do is fit the main in the FRH and then put the turnover on top of that. Aha, finally got everything to fit in there. Not easy with this sleeve, but we managed. Now we're going to get some water in there. We'll just go ahead and lay that on our plate or something. So while our FRH is going, let's break into these almonds, see what those are going to be like, and more importantly, see if we can get a nice hiss here. Got our tear knots right there. I didn't hear a hiss, did you? Let's have a look at those. Those are really good. And actually, I'm kind of excited about this because I'm on a ketogenic diet, which tends to be high fat, low carb, high protein. So this is a nice low carb option. And of course we have our cheese spread. Give that a knead. We'll get into that once we dig into the breadsticks. But let's have a look at our coffee. Try that next. Nice mild cup of coffee. Very good. Let's check out that electrolyte drink next. Yeah, it's nice. It's, you know, Tang basically. Pretty good. I'm interested in this. I've not had shelf stable bread, which is basically what this is. So you know, definitely doesn't have the texture of bread. It's kinda like Play-Doh. So give this a try. Okay, how to describe that? It's nice and Italian flavored, seasoned. If you can actually see any of the seasoning on it. Yeah, a little bit there. So it's seasoned nice. Tastes like something, but has a very, almost an unbaked taste to it. Like it's basically almost like raw dough, but it's not, of course. Yeah, it's okay. Not bad. Let's try it with some of our cheese spread. See if that's going to be any better. Okay. Italian snack bread, breadsticks, whatever. And some cheese spread. If we can actually get this to come out. So you all are kind of aware I'm not a huge fan of cheese spread. It's, you know, I guess it's kind of growing on me. Yeah, it's not bad. It's, you know, like I was saying, it's probably growing on me a little bit, but really, if anything, that adds a nice kind of moisture content almost to a bread that is pretty dry. Okay, so our FRH has been going pretty good here. It is going pretty good over here and is nice and hot to the touch. So I'm going to pull these two out and plate up the pasta. Okay, this is definitely nice and hot. There's probably some hot pockets and cold pockets in here, but it is definitely nice and warm to the touch. I'm going to leave the cinnamon bun where it is. Come to that in a minute. Okay, so I don't understand this. Whoever makes these. You know, if you want to eat out of this, you're probably going to want to rip across ways, right? But this has our tear notch at the top, so you're tearing like this. That doesn't make sense, but when I'm in charge of the world, I guess I can do what I want. So, take this, pour it into this. Okay, there we have it in our bowl. Looking not too bad. And yeah, it looks like we got a nice little meal going on here. So we've tried a little bit of everything, but let's just dig right into this pesto chicken. We've got decent looking chicken pieces, decent looking pasta, and obviously the pesto sauce. Okay, it's not bad. Okay, so the pasta is pretty mushy. Not bad though. I don't hate mushy pasta. The sauce is, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not 100% sure what is in. Oh, what is that? What is that? Do you see that, guys? Hold on, let me take a bite of this. I think that's like a tomato skin or something. Anyway, I'm not 100% sure what is in pesto. I think there's olives involved, like green olives, maybe basil. But it's kind of, I wouldn't call this bland exactly. It's got some decent flavor to it, but it's just kind of a dead flavor almost. Like, like something that's been cooked and cooked and cooked and recooked. So, let's maybe try with a piece of our Italian snack bread. Actually, let's do this. See if that does anything for it. Yeah, it's, minimally better. Yeah, okay, it's, I gotta say, out of any of the MREs I've had so far, this is probably the least objectionable. And I don't mean that in a sense of, like, any of them are terrible. Like I said at the beginning, they're all a lot of, like, cafeteria-style foods, like macaroni and cheese or hamburgers or what have you. So they're just kind of eh. So I wonder if adding a little bit of salt wouldn't help our situation here. I haven't ever used MRE salt. Yeah, no, not really. It just tastes salty now, which, neither here nor there. The snack bread is kind of growing on me. It's not the worst. As far as bread substitutes go, this is not too bad. Okay, last but not least, what I'm looking forward to the most probably is the apple turnover. So let's take a look at this. So, not unlike the maple muffin top that I had in the maple sausage one. It's a very similar kind of texture, structure maybe, just a different shape. But if we kind of break into this, it is in fact filled with apple filling. So let's give that a taste. Oh yeah, that's the way to do it. Heat it up a little bit. I know you wouldn't actually have the ability to do this, but if you could toast it a little bit, that'd be awesome. Yeah, it's actually got a nice, I don't know if you can really see that, got a nice kind of flaky texture, surprisingly. The filling is like kind of an apple pie filling, pretty good. Nice cinnamon flavor going on kind of in the background, but nice and kind of soft. It's not the same as a pound cake would be, or even the muffin top was. This is actually pretty nice. Yeah, overall this is pretty good, I gotta say. The main, I could take or leave. It's better than some, probably. At the very least, it's got a good flavor. Italian breadsticks are pretty decent. This is basically the first time I've had something like this, so I'd imagine you get tired of it after a while. But man, that apple turnover, that is really good. I gotta say, this is probably the best item out of all of this. And of course, cookies are pretty good. Coffee's pretty decent. This would probably be my favorite meal so far. So I'm probably going to be doing another review similar to this in the near future, just a straight review of an MRE. But we'll be back soon with more cooking in future episodes. So, thank you guys so much for watching.